Jensen Huang is saying AI is finally useful. AI agents, digital workers, AI employees, entire companies are about to be rebuilt around this stuff. But most business owners are still going to use it wrong. Because if your business is already messy, AI will not fix that. It will just make the mess faster. So in this video, I'm going to show you the first AI employee I would actually trust inside a real business and why it's probably not the one that you're thinking of, and the 3 places I would look before adding AI anywhere. And stick around for the last one because it's usually the one that most people skip. AI employees do not work properly until your business has an operating system for them to plug into. Now, I'm saying this as someone who literally is building this inside my business right now with things like OpenClaw, Codex, Claude Code, and lots of other AI tools right now. And we also do this for businesses. Now, the first AI employee I would actually trust is not a sales bot, it's not a marketing tool, and it's not a chatbot on your website. It is the boring one that catches the work your business keeps dropping. Now, the reason this matters right now is that AI has crossed a line. For the last couple of years, a lot of AI has felt impressive, but has not actually been useful. You could generate content, you can summarize things, you can ask it questions, and you could make a nice little demo. But now the conversation is shifting from AI that answers questions to AI that actually does work. And that is why people are now talking about AI agents, digital workers, AI employees, or AI operating systems. I'm sure you've probably heard this stuff everywhere. And all of this hype makes it sound like we are fundamentally changing the way that we operate business. And to be honest, I think there's a degree of truth in that. But I also think that business owners are about to start in the wrong place. And as someone who runs an AI company, I want to be able to help business owners to take advantage of these new technologies in their business and do it in the right way. And the problem is that most business owners are asking the questions with AI, what person can I replace? But I think the better question is, where is my business already leaking work? Because that's actually where AI becomes useful first. In small businesses, the problem is not that no one cares, and it's not that the team is lazy. And it's not even that you need another AI tool. The problem is that the work disappears between people and systems. For example, a lead comes in and someone replies too late. Or a client asks for something and it gets buried in a message thread. Or a proposal that needs approval but nobody actually owns the next step. Or something else that might be a job becoming 80% complete but the last 20% never actually gets pushed over the line. You might be familiar in your business or in a workplace where someone said, oh yeah, I'll handle that. And then a week later, everyone realizes that actually no one handled it. And the reality is that is the mess that most businesses are actually living in. And if you just slap AI on top of that without fixing the workflow, you don't actually get leverage. What you get is compounding problems that haven't been fixed and you've just added AI to it. AI just compounds the problems you have in your business, and it just compounds inefficiency if you don't have proper systems in your business. And this is why I've been building systems like OpenClaw inside of Elite Systems and also installing this for businesses as well. Not because I want to pretend I have a robot CEO, and not because I think AI should magically run a business with no human judgment. But why I am building this is because I want a system that can sit across the messy parts of the business and keep track of what's actually happening. So this will look like things like messages, tasks, client context, approvals, content ideas, projects, follow-ups, and just the things that started but didn't get finished. And the important thing to understand is that the useful version of AI is not just write me a better email. It's the client is waiting, this task has no owner, the topic has become stale, this proposal needs approval to be sent out, this piece of work was delegated but never got reported back to. Or before you reply, here is the context that you forgot. That is the part that I care about. It's not AI that just sounds smart, because I don't really care about that. It's AI that helps trust, money, and momentum from leaking out of my business in different places and me not being aware of that. So if you're a business owner trying to figure out where AI should go first, I would not start with the question, how do I replace a person? I would start with 3 questions. Question 1 is, where does follow-up get dropped? For example, where do leads wait too long? Where are they interacting with your business? Where do clients have to chase you? Where do team members have to ask for something and then they just sit there waiting for an answer, and it actually blocks them and also the business from moving forward? That is a strong place for AI. Question 2, where does context get lost? For example, where does someone reply without knowing the full story? Where do you have to repeat the same information again and again? And especially that information that people should know already. Where does the business depend on one person remembering everything? This is another strong place for AI. And question 3 is, where is ownership unclear? Where does work typically sit in limbo? Where do people typically think that someone else is handling it? Or another question might be, where does a task exist, but there is no clear next action? This is another strong place for AI. So if you picked up the theme from that, you probably picked up follow-up, context, and ownership. If your AI systems could help you with those 3 things, it would probably be useful. And if it doesn't, then there's a good chance that it's just a cool demo, but it's not actually going to be useful for your business. Now, this is the part that most people skip. AI employees need an operating system, because the exciting versions of this is probably what you've seen everywhere online. It's extremely easy to sell, but it's much harder to implement. For example, trying to build something like an AI sales rep, or an AI marketer, or an AI support agent. Or one of my absolute favorites that I love seeing everywhere is, here is an AI employee that runs your business. That sounds amazing in theory, but the boring question is, what system is that actually plugged into? Because if the workflow is not clear, then the AI will not know what good actually looks like. And if ownership isn't clear, then the AI won't know who to escalate it to. Or if your client context is scattered everywhere, then AI will just be guessing. And if no one checks the output, then the AI can create more cleanup work than it actually saves you. And this is the part that most people skip. They want to jump to the advanced steps and have the AI employee before they even have an operating system. But in a real business, the operating system comes first. The data comes first. The documentation comes first. The clear process comes first. So when Jensen Huang says AI is finally useful, I actually agree. I think he's right. But useful for a business owner doesn't mean go hire 10 random AI agents tomorrow. It means AI can finally start doing the unsexy work that makes the business more reliable. Which means remembering what actually matters, catching what gets stuck, where the bottlenecks are, surfacing what needs a response, for example, with something like email triage, keeping context attached to the work. For example, if you're completing a particular project, then you can have your AI agent that is feeding notes back into a system that you use to manage your projects, or making sure that all the steps in a particular project actually becomes finished work by tracking each step and allowing you to check off each of those individual things, or have your AI agent do that for you. And so you can see clearly what is still remaining in a project to get done. And now you'll also notice that that's not as exciting as an AI employee that runs your entire business or replaces half your team. And whilst yes, I do think there will be a degree of this coming for businesses, especially in businesses that have a lot of bloat with staff members, and they'll be able to handle workloads without hiring more headcount. But that's a story for another day. In the context of AI agents for your business, this is the thing that actually makes the business better. It's the boring, unsexy, deterministic things that need to be done. So yes, AI is finally useful, but most business owners are still going to use it wrong. And I don't want you to be one of them by watching this video. Don't be one of those business owners that chases AI that looks impressive before you've actually fixed the workflow that's already costing you money. So my advice is simple from here. Do not build the AI that makes your business look futuristic until you've actually fixed the boring, unsexy things that actually need fixing in your business. Build the AI that catches the work your business keeps dropping. Use it to fill the cracks where your team or your business is consistently dropping. That is the first AI employee that I would actually trust. And that's a perfect example of where a system like OpenClaw or Claude Code or Codex or custom-built agents can apply to these specific scenarios. So anyway, guys, we've come to the end of the video. I hope you got value from this and I appreciate your time and attention. I'd love if you'd leave a like and subscribe. I'll be making more videos like this for business owners to make sense of the AI landscape and help you actually find what's useful to implement into your business and help you get educated and stay ahead of the curve in this new era that's coming. So anyway, I'll close it off there. But again, thanks for your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.